Thanks for sitting down with me today. Great to
Thank
see
you
you.
very much.
First of all, can you tell me a little bit about who you are, and what your business is about?
Yes, my name is Enoch Achigan Dako. I'm associate professor at the Faculty of Agronomic Sciences, the University of Abomey Calavi, that is in Benin Republic in West Africa.
Cool.
So I teach genetics, I teach plant breeding, I supervise students, and I do research.
And I understand you're working collaboratively to establish the African Plant Breeding Association.
Yes, I'm part of the African Plant Breeding Academy, an initiative supported by AOCC, African Orphan Crop Consortium, and also the University of California, Davis. So from that academy, I met great people. I met colleagues in Nairobi, and from the diagnosis we had, it was clear that Africa needs a platform uh, whereby we need to talk, we need to increase capacity, we need to train, and have a strong association of plant breeders on the continent.
Why is it important to move from national-based associations to having an African base for it?
Africa is a very big continent, very diverse, with a lot of challenges. So we need to come together as one to see how we can complement one another, to see where we can have synergetic actions, programmatic actions, work together, because we believe that as a platform, as a group, we can solve our problems by sharing experiences, by sharing knowledge. That will be much easier for us than working in isolation as countries.
So, in the grand scheme of things, as far as bringing together the association, where are you at in the process? Are we at the very, very beginning, just getting rolling? Where would you say we're at in the process of?
I can't say that we are at the very, very beginning, because before us, there were some predecessors who developed a draft constitution, who developed basic documents that they pass on to us that we are using now. So our role to make effective the association, to really start activities so that the association becomes visible. So our presence here at the National Convention of Plant Breeders in the US is basically to learn from what is being done here in the US and to strengthen what we are planning back home. So we are not at the very, very beginning. We have ideas, we have, uh, let's say, plan. So what we want to do is to make effective our actions.
Got it. So you're here at NAPB to see how some of the pieces work for this group. Yeah, excellent. What do you see as some of the challenges that you're going to face as you continue down this process, and what needs to happen for those to be overcome?
One of the challenges I foresee is to be able to raise interest of our various national organizations to help our fellows to participate in the associations. Because being a member of an association is a matter of means, is a matter of being giving the subscriptions, giving the fees, is also a matter of participating in the national event, annual events, annual conferences. So how are they going to be supported by their home institutions to raise resources to participate in the meetings, to participate in conferences could be a challenge. So our role will be to be able to raise funds at a certain level to facilitate participation of the members of the association.
And what do you think is the target number? How many plant breeders are there in Africa? Like, do you have a ballpark number?
Well, I can right away say that within the academy, we are more than 80 persons, which is a good number.
Yep.
But before us, there were plant breeders on the continent. And the academy tried to bring together many people from the Anglophone countries more than from the Francophone countries. So a person like me will serve as a bridge between the Francophone countries and the Anglophone countries, because myself, I'm from Benin, where we speak French usually. So I think if we put everyone together, we can target at least um, 300 people.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We do have a database with a number of persons who showed interest from the very beginning. Knowing that some of them uh, have retired and the new young people being trained, the situation today would be around 250 or thereabout.
Excellent. So, what would you like to see the North American plant breeding sector? What would you like to see them doing? What could be supportive of your initiative?
Capacity building. Capacity building is key.
For getting more plant breeders?
Yes, of course, at academic level, but also at research level. Because today it's true that we are still using conventional breeding, but there are new technology coming and that need to be known by a larger number of people. And also, how to keep our germplasm alive for a long time is a very, very big challenge for Africa. When I say Africa, I mean sub-Saharan Africa. Well, in South Africa, you have a better situation. But when you go across the other countries in Africa, you don't see a well-managed germplasm collection, which is a very difficult situation. Well, in Ethiopia, the situation is a little bit better because you got a number of fundings from various donors. Uh, FAO, FAO tried to improve the situation back in 1980s, 1990s, but currently the situation is a bit horrifying.
Right, right. So, if somebody wants to help, somebody that's watching this is decided that they'd like to help you with your initiative,
Okay.
what would you like them to do, and how would they get a hold of you?
Number one is that we plan to have a conference in, let's say, 2 years maximum to get everyone together and put the initiative on the table and to have our constitution validated. So if we can get assistance to get people together, that would be very great. Number two, we need a kind of institutional uh, anchorage. So it's not good to have just an association that will be there and die out in the next day when we don't have any resources. No, we want to have institutional background. So that is very key for us.
Excellent. And so, how would they get in touch with you? What would be, is there a website they can go to, or?
A website is being developed
Okay.
by us. We are here as an interim council of the association. So within 1 year, we'll put everything in place, and then after that, you can have access to our website very easily.
Super. Enoch, thanks very much for sharing some info.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.